with an Isery though. You feel me? Nah.
Nah.
They're gonna be checking. Nigga, but why I keep fucking up? Fucking bitch.
Hey yo, turn the bass up.
She gon' do it cause I'm money. It's all this game I've been running. I tell her baby it get ugly. I ain't tripping for no pussy. Look, I ain't hit it cause she love me. So is you deaf or is you stupid? She gon' do it cause I'm money. It's all this game I've been running. I tell her baby it get ugly. I ain't tripping for no pussy. Look, I ain't hit it cause she love me. So is you deaf or is you stupid? I'm with the shit talking. I keep a bitch like a pre-roll. Capping your raps. You niggas lost like you Nemo. Big body. So no, I'm sliding like I'm Debo. 2 twin Glocks make you drop just like a free code. Get money. So what the fuck you chasing me for? And if I ain't got it, bet your ass that I don't need those. I'm too lit. She suck dick like she toothless. Nigga ask around why she do shit. She gon' do it cause I'm money. It's all this game I've been running.
What's good? Y'all tapping into another episode of Urban Moguls with B. Right here where we drop the most game, man. We out here with a real special guest. We all the way out here in the 213 and some other area codes. I don't know, it's a big city, you feel me? But we right here with my boy Mike Dinero.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's up with it, boy?
Right here.
Man, so go ahead and let the people know where you from, what you do, and what's your ethnicity.
Shit, I go by the name Mike Dinero. Pretty much grew up on the east side, East L.A, East Los, El Sereno. Pretty much Hispanic, you know, Latino, whatever you want to call it, pretty much, you know.
Chicano?
Chicano, yeah, that too, a little bit of that too, you know. Yeah, in the culture, all that, you know. So it's a very, it's an interesting topic because I feel like a lot of people don't really know what to describe that shit, you know. It's like so many terms you could use it.
I mean, let's jump right into it right now because I was gonna ask you what part of Mexico is your family from, you feel me? Jalisco.
Yeah,
so what's your opinion, thought on it? Because there's really no right or wrong answer. Everybody got their own beliefs and shit, you feel me? So what you think about that, man? The Chicano, the Latino,
it's very it's not to say a tough topic, it's just it's kind of hard to kind of put input on it, you know, because even myself, I'm not too I don't know the right words to say, don't want to say the wrong things to say, but I know people say I'm Chicano, you know, because of such and such reasons, or I consider myself Chicano, or, you know, I'm Latino for this, you know. Yeah. So it's, I'm not really big on that, you know, I just know, you know, where my people from, where we come from, and what I stand on, you know, I see people, that's raza right there, you know, that's why I say that a lot, hey, raza, yeah. So that's where I come from, so that's kind of, it's rare that I use Chicano, but I got nothing against it, you know, that's more power to it.
I mean, I feel you, because, like, what I try to tell, you know, our people is that at the end of the day, the way they see us, we're Mexicans. Yeah. You say you're Mexican American, but at the end of the day, you Mexican first. Yeah. That's the way they approach you. You feel me?
Definitely.
Just like if you black, they're gonna approach you first as African American. You feel me? So it's the same thing. But if you want to break shit down, then it's like the way I look at it, the Latinos is anything from you know, South America and down. Okay. You feel me? And then our people, we come from like Spain and stuff, so we more North America. Right. So it's like it's a whole bunch of different shit, man.
Everybody throws terms around, and it's like I don't get too into that.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
too deep into it because
at the end of the day, we Mexican. You feel me?
It'd be a delicate topic for everybody, bro. So I never really.
No doubt, bro. So what was your household like, man? Growing up, you have any siblings or what?
Yeah, I got 5 siblings, you know.
Damn. Yeah. Brothers, sisters, how many?
Yeah, I got an older brother. I got a sister. I got 3 younger brothers, you know, but 2 of them from the same mom, and so they're the ones I grew up with. So pretty much my household, a single mother holding it down, bro. I got an older brother, younger sister, and just middle child, pretty much, and that's just my mom.
You the middle child then?
Yeah, my mom's. We lived in right there in a 2-bedroom apartment, bro, right there in the hood. So it's pretty much my mom.
East L.A?
Yeah, in the East L.A. right there, pretty much. My mom holding it down. It's nothing to it, you know, just really all my life took the bus. Man, I took the bus damn near all my life, man, since a youngin', just taking the bus, fucking going to 1st grade, taking the bus at 6 a.m., going to school all the way to Silver Lake by Echo Park. You know, that's a cool 45 minutes if you're coming from the bus and shit.
That's
probably
one bus or two buses?
Two buses. I take two buses. I get off of school, elementary, bro, and that's myself.
Yeah.
I take one bus. Sometimes I used to fall asleep, bro, and end up at the end of the train station when that shit goes back.
Yeah.
You know, until I met some dude on the bus one day, and he kind of caught my routes, and when I get off, so he tapped me on the shoulder, hey, bro, that's your stop.
Yeah.
Hey, good looking.
Oh, so you was taking the bus alone?
Yeah, alone, nobody, yeah.
At first you had to go with
I'll
your
go
moms?
with my brother, my brother, yeah, I went solo. My mom never took the bus with me, bro. Yeah, now it's me and my older brother until like once you get to like elementary, you go to middle school and shit, he goes his own direction now. Now I gotta go my way. And so I used to do that shit solo dolo. And so when I finally got a car, you know, that's just a good feeling, man.
No doubt, man. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. I grew up in a single house home too. You know what I'm saying, with my pops and then sometimes with my moms, and we was busting everywhere, you feel me?
Shit tough, bro.
What was that experience like though with you, man? You got a big family, and then you got the single parent, you know. Sometimes it feels like being a middle child, you don't get the same love as the firstborn or maybe even the smallest one. You feel me? So what was that like? What was your situation like?
No, honestly, my mom's like, she always gave us everything, you know. It was kind of when my little sister was born. Well, all right, you know, I gave you guys, you know, all the attention was kind of on her, which I wasn't mad at it. She was the only daughter in the family, and so at that point it kind of just shifted. It was just me and my bro, not in the wrong way, but like we was just at that point it was kind of like she really couldn't tell us much, you know. We went our different routes. That's when we started smoking and shit and then drinking and shit, and she kind of peeped it and all that shit, but there wasn't much she could really tell us, because like a good portion of the life now is kind of, she was there, but she wasn't really mentally there because she had to focus on my little sis. So me and my brothers, you know, we kind of shifted our own ways. You know, you get older, you know, we think different now, you know. It was all cool when we was young and stuff like that. And then he got locked up, and when he came out, it was kind of even more, we went more apart. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's all for a good reason, you know. I turned out good, you know, my brother doing good, you know, so, I mean, it's different when you're a single man. You can't cater to all three at the same time. It's different. It's people with different problems. I got my problems, you know, my brother got his problems, my little sister got hers. So it's like, shit, it's only so much one person can do.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I was never mad for it, you know. At the end of the day, she put like a roof on our heads and shit. There was always food on the table and shit. So.
Yeah, big shout outs to all the single parents, single moms, single dads, man. You know, that shit's tough, man. I can only imagine from a female, you know what I'm saying, trying to raise boys into men. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and working and trying to provide and still trying to be home to cook and do all that shit, man. That's tough, man. So big salute, man, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you right here, you standing tall and you doing something with yourself, man.
It's kind of like trying to raise, you know, but like you get into the streets and shit, kind of, it's like 50-50. You raised by the streets and then you raised by a single parent, like, but it's like, damn near you just the streets, bro, the people around you, you know, you kind of just raise yourself in a sense.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. I was in the same position as you feel me? But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is, you know, not everybody's a leader. You feel me? You got leaders and you got followers, one or the other. There ain't no in between.
Facts.
You feel me? So that's just what it goes down like. But what's it like, bro? What would you say is a normal day to you, you know what I'm saying, walking into your door of the house, or whether it's the weekend, throughout the week, or waking up and opening the room door? What's it like? Does it smell like food, music going on? What's it like?
As of now, back then?
Back then.
Back then, shit. My mom always screaming and shit. You know, clean, do this, do that. Why, you know, why ain't the fucking dishes washed and shit? Yeah. You know, my little sister Samantha, Sam, why you ain't do your homework? You know, shit like that. But it was always a vibe, you know, like everybody's separated. Somebody in that room, this room, everybody in the living room, and then everybody, you know, it's kind of, everybody do their own thing.
In and out, huh? Yeah. Moving kind of fast.
Yeah, I was kind of in and out, doing my homework, boom, I'm out the door, mom, I already finished, you want to see it? Well, can I go? Yeah, fuck it, I'm out, you know, so. But it's a vibe. Now, compared to it now, where you walk in, it's like kind of lonely crib, it's very quiet. Yeah. Thinking it back, everybody grown now, it's quiet, you know, but back then, it was a lot of, you know, screaming and stuff, but like you think about it like, shit, I love that shit, you know. It was a different vibe.
Reminisce on that. You start thinking about like, damn, I wish I could go back and
yeah, like everybody, you know, shit. My little sis getting in trouble, my brother hearing that little talk again, little pet talk and shit. You know, it was cool. Yeah. You think about it.
So what's it like growing up in East L.A., man? What was that like for you? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I say, the way I view L.A. is a whole lot of gangland, but there's obviously little pockets where you could slip through and do your own thing. Yeah. But when you really in the hood, it's kind of hard to maneuver around or get past it, and sometimes you fall into that category where it's like you kicking with the homies and you doing shit, and next thing you know, you somewhere else in your life, taking a different path. You feel me? What was it like for you growing up?
Shit, growing up, it's kind of like you just kicking it with the homies, honestly. If you found that pocket where, you know, you stay away from that shit, damn, man, bless you.
Yeah.
You was blessed, you know, you found that pocket, you know, to escape from all that shit. But really, a lot of people I grew up, they had, you know, single parent, both of their parents, but they was in the same situation I was. We was still in the streets. We was still smoking and shit, still ditching school, still kicking it with the homies and shit. Like, we was just a motherfucker who had $5 in the pocket. Hey, you got in? So I just pick up a sack and let's post up at his crib. His parents don't get home till 3. Let's do that. And then, you know, it was really, that's all it was. There was no, you know, you'd be lucky if the homie had a car that we could maneuver around the city. But if you was able to stay away from that shit, which was very difficult at the time, you know, shit, and it probably still is now. You was lucky. You was lucky, but it wasn't too many of us that really got that chance unless you moved out the hood, and then that's what happened to me. I moved out, and then, you know, that's just, shit changed my whole life, 360. And for the better, I probably wouldn't even be making music.
Where'd you guys end up moving to?
Downey. I moved to Downey, yeah, so.
Is that away from the east or?
Yeah, northeast. This is northeast now, you know, 562 area, where I grew up at 323. So the 562, and yeah.
What did that have to offer you?
Shit, I went my senior year. My only year I ever went to high school, we had a Downey High School. Shit changed my life. You see rich ass kids and shit pull up Range Rovers, you know, Benzes and shit like that. And I came from the fucking bus. Yeah. And I was fortunate enough to live down the street from the school, so I walked to school. You know, I didn't have to take no 2 buses, 1 bus, nothing like that. So.
How were you able to, you know, make your way through the high school system as a senior? You feel me? Because you coming from, you know, the hood or whatever, and then going to a different place where there's money, you got people driving luxury cars. How do you make friends? Because obviously your stilo might be different, and then trying to communicate with them, they might be looking at, oh, he ghetto as hell, like we ain't gonna talk to him. You feel me?
Nah, it was just like same shit, not worse. Motherfuckers out here just smoking, popping pills and shit over there. Like, yeah, they got money, they doing that extra shit, buying coke and all that. Like, they doing heavier shit, you know? So it was the same thing. People I linked up with, there was football players at the time and shit, and they was cool people, solid people. Like nothing really changed. It's just the lingo. That's the only thing that changed. You know, a lot of them didn't really, a lot of homies didn't really speak Spanish and shit. So they didn't really come from their parents was Hispanic and all that, but they didn't really speak it. So that's probably the only thing I could say. A lot of people didn't really speak Spanish like that.
So you picked up. What kind of game did you pick up?
Shit, I actually met one of my first homies over some shoes, bro. I was a shoe head back then, so I'd go to class and it's like, damn, nigga, you bring shoes every motherfucking day, a different pair of shoes. And that's how I started talking to bro, and then he played in the football shit, and then I met the football players, and I was just chopping it up with them. I threw like 3 functions during my first year, and that's how I met a bunch of motherfuckers and shit, and that's just really how, you know, how it went down. And that's how I met the people I know now that live that, you know, that they're from Downey. But really nothing different. They solid people, just like back at home. They was all solid. Yeah, they still solid, I mean.
So what kind of hobbies did you have throughout high school and you know, your teens and stuff like that? Did you ever play football, basketball? Like before all the rap came and stuff like that, what was it?
Yeah, I played football, basketball, baseball, soccer for a season, you know, all types of sports. But at the end of the day, I used to skate.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to skate a lot, like heavy. And it's until I got like to high school, like my probably 10th grade, junior years, I put that shit down. I just put it down for a bit, and that's when I just started kicking it heavy with the homies and stuff like that. I moved out over here. I started skating again because I ain't have no homies at the time, so that was the only thing.
Doing your own thing?
Yeah, I came across a park that had a skate park in there. I bought a board, shit, kick, push. Let's go, you know, that's what I would do every day until I met homies and shit. And I put that shit down right after. When I got my first car, I put the board down after too. Now we was just dipping around with the homies and But I mean, I was a big, you know, big on skating, and that's a good portion of my life, like a very good portion of my life.
Yeah. Did you have any kind of different dreams before, like I said, before the music? What was your dreams growing up? Did you have anybody that you looked up to and you was like, damn, I kind of want to be like him, or was it like maybe one day I want to be an actor or something like that because that's what you like? I mean, I don't know.
Shit, I always thought I would make it in the NFL.
Oh, for real?
Playing football, yeah. I used to play, I used to play heavy, and I always thought, football, that's my passion. I used to play that shit since a little gremlin, man, playing flag football and all that shit. And so, you get high school, man, that shit changes everything, bro. Yeah. High school just changes your whole focus. You meet people, sometimes the best people in your life, sometimes people that bring the worst out you know, bad habits and shit like that. You just gotta know of the balance it or just, you know what, it's not for me. And then, you know, just keep it pushing until you meet some other people that they cool. But
what'd you play when you was playing football?
A receiver. Yeah, receiver, and I was a cornerback. Yeah, receiver and a cornerback.
You had them wheels then?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, footwork crazy, bro, but yeah, I stopped, bro. I stopped.
What made you want to stop, though? Was it just like...
Just kicking it. Yeah, going to practice took too much time away from kicking it.
What was it about kicking it that you know, that made you want to gravitate to kicking it? You feel me? Was it because you had a bunch of family that was, you know what I'm saying, part of the hood, and you just want to kick it with them and be around them, or was it?
Being with the homies, I used to graph back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, you know, all the homies used to graph, so, you know, I leaned towards, you know, picking up my first can and shit like that, and I used to live right across the street from train tracks, like literally across the street.
Yeah.
So, like, I go to the train tracks, hit a train and shit, you know, catch the spot, and then just that adrenaline and shit, just being around all that, and then all the homies was just kicking, smoke, Nas it and shit, and you try all that shit, and it's like, okay, this shit cool.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but you get older, it's like, you gotta put that shit down already, you know?
Yeah, so it gets old at some point.
Yeah, it get old at some point, and so, but that's really what made me gravitate, just kicking it. It was just all shits and giggles and all that. It was just a good time to be alive, I guess. When you're young, you know nothing better, you know, it's all really you know. You don't know nothing outside that shit, so that's all it was, drinking. You know, you got money, let's put it on the tank, or let's do something, you know. And I'll go to school the next day, shit, just do it again. Normal life,
Yeah.
So that football shit got all in between the practices. I'm like, man, I don't want to be doing this. I'm over here sweating this shit. I ain't even having fun doing this shit.
I ain't even yelling at me.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to get, I'm just trying to play the game, and then, you know, I ain't trying to do the whole practice and shit. So that's what kind of
what was L.A. like? Because, you know, I know a couple folks out here in L.A. and, you know, just even from the music and watching interviews and stuff like that, they say how L.A. or just like the gang culture ain't the same as it was back then in the 90s and early 2000s, you feel me? What do you think is the difference of L.A. now compared to then when you was growing up?
Shit. Now it's like, you got young ass dudes over here, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no code, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody gets smoked, and the people you with get smoked too, whether it be like your kid, your wife or whatever shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Back then, I think there was a code of ethics, you know, and like you catch a motherfucker slipping, he's with his girl and his kids, I'll catch you next time, you know?
Yeah.
Now I feel like now it's like, you know, you drop where I see you, you know? So I think that's like the biggest thing.
It might be both of you.
Yeah, you know, so I feel like there's no people at this point don't really give a fuck. You know, you could be at your mom's crib chilling and light you up right there. Yeah. And I feel like back then it was kind of, all right, bet, you know, you with your family, I respect that, but I'm gonna catch you when I catch you. Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Compared to like now, you got young motherfuckers just trigger happy.
Yeah, and everybody on the money hype though nowadays.
So it's like, that's the way I see it, you know. Everybody want to make a name for themselves doing shit like that, but I mean, that shit ain't cool.
Yeah.
That's what I would say the biggest difference is from back then.
Hell yeah. So, who's some people that's real important to you, to your life right now, that you know, kind of drives you to do what you do nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Like, people that, you know, they give you that feeling to be like, oh, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna stay on track for you. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, my family, bro, like my people right here. Yeah. Honestly, they come to the shows when they can and stuff like that. They support me. They bump my music and all that. I got family that, you know, they send me those tough messages, man, like keep this shit going, bro. And I feel like that's very special because I know a lot of people that don't know what that feels like. Yeah. They don't know what it's like to wake up to like a nice ass message, you know.
Yeah, that support system. That support,
or like, hey, what's up, my G? How you doing? Cool, everything cool? Nah, bro, just checking up on you. They don't know what that feels like. So I'm very in a special place to be, you know, to receive that type of love. And there's not one person in specific. I just say it's kind of more of a broader, general thing. Everybody around me, my family, my friends, everybody, my people, like, you know, I really got some solid people around me, and that's a lot of people can't say that.
Man, that foundation is huge. It plays a big part in everybody's success, whether people want to claim it or not. But, you know, before we jump into this music stuff and everything you do with the music, man, you know, gotta let the people know one time, man. I'm gonna need y'all to go hit that subscribe button, that like button, turn that notification bell on. Man, it's just another episode of Urban Moguls with B. Right here we drop the most game, man. We about to jump into part 2, man. Stay locked in or stay locked out. It's on you.
Hey,